So we all know Vivienne Westwood to be known as, the fashion anarchist, and I'm going to be explaining that a little bit more. So the Destroy the Top and the Titsy really do confront society and, destroy the old-fashioned views like the American dream. She said it was all a complete load of rubbish. Again, she's destroying taboos and pushing sexual liberation, through the runway, introducing fake breasts on men and stuff like that. So more about sexual liberation. She covered her walls in feminist graffiti, really sort of emphasising her ideology. And here she sold fetish wear, which was originally actually sold to prostitutes, and then it emerged into normal day-to-day streetwear. Which was basically the start of the punk epidemic, really. Ooh. So the marketing mix. So it's sold in 80 different countries, and the largest market is Asia with 97 shops. It's a premium to luxury brand ranging from £60 bracelets to jackets worth, thousands. Very distinctive brand as well, distinctly British, using Scottish tartans and Irish linens. And for promotion, Vivienne Westwood usually promotes through magazines, high-end, very prestigious magazines like Vogue, Elle, Vanity Fair, stuff like that. Activism as well, she's very passionate about. And this is how I'm easing into my concept, really. So she infiltrates her values onto the runway using banners, as well as putting it onto her garments, sold souls to consumption, which is very important. She scaled down her production as well, so really putting her values into her work. And she said that fashion is a vehicle for activism. So past campaigns, the World's End capsule, this was a very good sort of development onto my concept. It really inspired me. So this was based on the most iconic pieces of the World's End collection, unisex clothing, so obviously very modern, and some of the garments were left over from scraps, which is eco-friendly, and that's something that I really want to emphasise within my concept, which I'll go into in a minute. And secondly, the Selfridges pop-up shop. So this was an autumn-winter collection, which was an army-based style, all to do with climate change, and again, the values of fighting for our planet, hence the whole army aesthetic, using camouflage and tartans are very on theme. So easing into my concept, Vivienne Westwood said 3 things which really stuck out to me in the documentary, which were clothes must have human expression because it makes them timeless, and the whole idea of nostalgia, so people can tap back into, all of her values and ideology through her fashion. So my concept, the retrospective exhibition is going to be showcasing all of Westwood's most iconic looks, and we're really tapping back into the history of the brand. So we're going to be having light LED installations of logos and silhouettes of, the most iconic looks. So you can see here I've put, sorry, I'll leave that.
Don't worry, yeah.
So just a light installation, but we're going to be crafting that into, the whole brand logo and things like that. We're also going to be having cubes, which each face is going to be having a clip of, designing, of catwalk, behind the scenes to, really engage with the consumer, to let them know more about what the brand stands for. And we're also going to be having mannequins with the very iconic looks, which is going to be circulating with dry ice, which is eco-friendly, because it doesn't release any greenhouse gases or any emissions of that kind, and it's very obviously ghostly, timeless and fixed in history. As well as these mannequins, we're going to be having monologues, so explaining all about that time, each sort of decade. So we're going to be having monologues of what's going on politically, socially, economically, stuff like that. And lastly, yeah, that's just a little like floor plan. And lastly, why this will be a successful concept. It's really tapping back into the history of the brand. Obviously, it's environmental and it's a mixture of art, fashion, and history. So we're basically celebrating all these like avenues and putting it into one like nostalgic artistic exhibition, which I think will work really well with the public because it caters for all really, especially the target market. Within my customer research, I found that the target market are very ethically and culturally aware, so this would be like a perfect concept to reach out to the target market and the general public.
Okay, cool.